So a bit of an update. Hi guys. A bit of an update. So today, yesterday, our president did not do the executive order on the census to include the immigration question. I think they realized that it was not going to work. It would be detrimental to him getting reelected. And so they put it aside, but they did what they usually do. They hyped it up for their base. And the base listen to every word but do not understand. They have a comprehension issue because they're so focused on the 2 or 3 issues that are essential for them. That's the difference between the Republican base and the Democratic base. Ours is more empathetic, more inclusive, so that leaves us with crazy chaos everywhere. You got your civil rights folks, you got your gay rights folks, you have your intellectuals, you have your people that are into the economy and assisting those with financial issues. You have those that are about foreign issues and our foreign interventions. You have your environmental people. You have your animal rights people. The Democratic base is fun and wackadoodle, just crazy as hell. And I love it. I love it because I'm more of a civil rights person. Also, the economy, and those are the things that touch me, as well as I can touch on the rights of the gay community, the rights of I'm really not, and it's embarrassing for me to say. I need to learn more about environmental issues. I am into helping, healing, and working on the environment. But if there was like a line to march in, that would probably be the last for me personally, because civil rights to me has been going backwards as a black woman. I have black children, and I moved to this wonderful state of Tennessee in which I see we're like 30 years behind everybody. So with the Republican base, it's more of, whatever my pastor says, whatever my quote unquote religion says, and maintaining the white patriarchy. So theirs is more pinpointed, so they can be more effective in their talking points. But that doesn't mean ours is wrong and theirs is right. I have a wonderful friend who I fell in love with, who is a beautiful white woman who's married to a black man and has black children. She's a Republican, but she's Tennessee. Never been anywhere else in her life. She is as Tennessee as they come. And we had several discussions, and she said as long as abortion is an issue, she'll vote Republican. So I asked, I said, check this out. Like, what part of abortion? What is it? Nobody's pro-abortion, and they do the party line of Democrats are pro-abortion. That's just something you can't be pro. But what you can do, and I explained to her, if abortion bothers you that much and you're a Christian, kind of do what the Bible tells you to do. Don't go to the clinic and scream and yell and threaten lives. take a blanket when the girls walk out and give them a hug. Find out why they're there. Find out what happened. Find out what made them feel that this is a decision that they had to make. Find out how you can help them. Because if you say you're a Christian, your job is to love someone to Jesus. It's not to scream at them and make them feel like they want to kill themselves eventually because they're the worst person in the world. So do you hug them? Do you hold them? Do you meet the girls out in public and say, hey, ladies, girls, I'm sorry. Do you meet them in public and do you say, hey, you know what? I needed an extra baby. You deliver, I'll give you $15,000, $20,000 and I'll make sure that baby's treated well for the rest of their life. Do you do that? Or do you just scream? Because we tend to scream. And she said she never thought of it that way. I said, so are you evangelizing? Are you going and finding out if a father, a brother, a classmate raped them? Did you find out what pain they're in? What did you do to help and not just yell obscenities and craziness to someone that's in one of the lowest points of their life? Can you prevent a next abortion by getting them to a safe place? So she said she never thought of it that way. And then I was at work and in the bathroom, and this lady's crying, and she's all of 55 years old. And I said, well, what's going on? And for some reason, people talk to me. So she said, I had an abortion 30 years ago, and I don't think God is going to forgive me because I sinned. And I said, like, forgiveness is like number one in the Bible, and the first person you're supposed to forgive is yourself. So while you're worrying about that quote unquote abortion sin, are you forgiving yourself? Are you moving on? Are you trusting that God has forgiven you? Because he has, and you still hold on to something that he told you to let go a long time ago. And she said, I never thought of it that way. Imagine this woman holding this for 30 years while listening to all these different people scream about abortion. They're screaming at her. They're screaming at the little girl that's gotten raped. They're screaming at all these people, and they don't even realize that they're causing so much other damage, that they're creating other, and I quote unquote, demons in a person, where the person can't love, can't forgive, can't live. And if you truly believe in God, and God was sent on this earth to teach you how to forgive and love and be kind and be caring, then what are you doing? What kind of Christian are you? Are you healing or are you hurting? And that's the thing that you have to ask these people, where that is their specific reason for voting, reason for living, reason for going to church. They literally go to church for one thing, and that's the fight against abortion, when there are so many other travesties and things that they should be trying to work on. I always have this thing: I don't have time to persecute anyone, because that time I'm persecuting you is time I could be fixing me. I have no time to hurt anyone, because that time I'm hurting you, I can be healing you and healing me. Life is short. Work on healing instead of hurting. Jesus never walked around screaming. He told you what he needed to tell you. He gave you a plan, and he moved on. The only time he got angry was when the church was selling everything that he was giving for free in order to control people. It was never about control. It's all about free will. Go live a free will day. Go live a love day. And go live a kind day. Do one thing to heal somebody. Talk to somebody you've never thought about talking to before. Make today a healing day and not a hurting day. Make today a loving day and not a judging day. Have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. And stop being so angry. Life is beautiful.